Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of 20 Sides of Failure. Apparently, we're starting off strong. 20 Sides of Failure playing Curse of Strahd. I'm here, as always, here to hold their hands and probably throw them to their deaths. But who knows? But enough of me. Time for our players. Why not? We'll start with the bottom right this time and go for our sorcerer first.
Hi guys, I'm the 20 sides of players, the sorcerer. I'm mythical. I play Saya Sombra. And that's about it. She's a high elf. She's not a royal. That I can promise you.
Alright then. And then next to them, we have our human artificer.
Hello there, I'm Dusky P. I'm going to be playing Jack with his left-hand mechanical man, King. And I watched the VOD last week, got caught up, and I am surprised.
Alright then.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I did too.
I mean, you didn't have to mention it, but that's fair enough. And then next to him, on his right, we have our human cleric.
Hi everybody, I'm English Ray. I play the cleric Queenie. Decisions. Do we return the guy's doll, or do we kill two birds with one stone and literally kill the guy so we don't have to return a doll? Decisions.
Always a debate. And then next to them, we have the Asthma Paladin.
Hello. I'm Nerd Nightingale, and I will be doing the slightly confused, still in mourning, Osmer Paladin, Aurora Rose.
And last but no means least, our Firbolg Druid.
Hello everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Ness, and I play the Firbolg Druid, Sonder Elwood, who is very concerned and a little bit torn morally. But we'll figure it out, don't worry about it.
And then our beloved Velvet Voice Man is not going to be here today, as far as we are aware. But hopefully they'll be able to rejoin us next week. But to start us off, you all reconvened after your side quests of going about the city, deciding what to do with your evening, before you went to the Watcher House, one of the houses of, failing nobility here in Vallaki. It's one of the older houses with older blood. You arrive at dinner with the idea that you were going to hear out whatever Lady Watcher wanted of you and make a decision afterwards once you had a little bit more privacy. And it's Lady Watcher that drops a little bit of a bag of sand in your lap. She's starting a coup. She's going to oust the Burgomaster and his henchmen and wants you to join her, making a better Vallaki today. She asks one small favour of you all, though. She wants you to kill the Burgomaster's right-hand man, Izek Strasny. He is also the head of the guard and the head of the local militia. You didn't actually come to a decision at the end of last week. You all went to your rooms early, deciding to have a private conversation hidden away in your rooms. And I will ask you this before the roleplay starts in earnest. Are you grabbing Ireena?
Oh.
Are you having her join in on this conversation? Or are you leaving her in her room?
Will this be up between Aurora and Saya because we don't know Ireena is there.
Yeah, we don't know who this person is. We just know that they're your friend and that you're worried about them. So it's between you guys and fake Azazel.
Theoretically, it would probably be a good idea to have Ireena there.
Mm-hmm.
Considering she's also someone of nobility and would be able to have potentially some sort of weigh in on the validity of what's going on here.
And there's the thought of we had to keep her safe and protect her. Starting something like this. Um, something like this, we probably should keep her close
Mm-hmm.
and safe.
He's also like the what is the word that I'm looking for? She is the apple of this man's eye, his current obsession. I think she has a right to know that somebody is being weird about her and what she wants to do about the situation, considering she is the victim of it. Like that's up to you guys, because we don't really know her very well.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea, personally.
My entire thing on it is to say a voice came out finally. My entire thing is that we should keep Ireena close, and if we're gonna go to the next town, we should be sure that Ireena comes with, unless we can prove this place is safe enough for her.
I'm pretty sure she's the one who also wanted to go to the next town.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, there's vampires here, everybody died, this is not safe.
But technically none of you know that because she had that conversation with Azazel.
That's also very true, so we don't know that. But that is her thoughts.
That's just the head of the game there.
Yeah.
Because technically,
Either
other than Azazel, none of you have talked to Ireena since you got here.
Yeah. Either way, having her be able to weigh in on what's going on would be a good idea.
Saya had planned to talk to her about the doll that she found like millions of in that one room. But according to the VOD last week, everyone decided to put it back.
Well, no, because it's not been put back. You didn't go back to the Burgomasters.
We still have it?
Yeah.
I couldn't finish the end of it, so I didn't know if they put it back or not.
So the most important bit, you didn't watch.
Life happens, you know?
Life does happen, that's fair. But no, essentially, the end of it was Lady Watcher saying that she wanted to start a coup. She believed that the Burgomaster was an imbecile and all he was doing was causing harm to Vallaki. She was part of a group of old blood families that were going to kick him out at the festival because she's heard rumors that as part of the celebration, quote unquote, he's going to beat almost to death the people that are in the stocks. So she's there he's not a good dude, he needs to go. Ezek Strasny is the only thing keeping him in power, so if you guys kill Ezek, we'll do the rest of the work.
She also wonders if Strasny can throw fireballs from his hand, and he is a martial man. He is stubborn, but he is stupid.
I do remember her saying, I do remember her saying that, I think it was the Burgermeister is an imbecile.
Yeah, he is
That I
an imbecile and apparently inbred.
That's an issue. Okay, so they're all in private right now, everyone, right? Yes?
Yeah, you, at the end of last session, you made it very clear that you're heading upstairs to talk privately in the rooms. I only brought up Ireena so that before you start talking in roleplay about, what you're going to do, does someone want to go get Ireena?
Yes! Say it, we'll do that.
Okay. So, I'm assuming that, Queenie, Sonda, and Jack, you're offering up your room for the group discussion just because it's the biggest.
Yeah.
Probably. It'll fit the most people.
Say you go to knock on Ireena's door, and you can hear there's a little bit of shuffling behind the door. You can hear things like scraping across wood, and then eventually you hear a muffled, "Who is it?"
It's Saya. Can I come in?
Of course, give me 1 second. And again, you hear more scraping of wood against the floor, and then multiple chains and deadbolts being unlocked.
Look.
Until eventually she cracks open the door, and you see that she is in full armor, fully ready to go, weapon attached to her waist, traveling boots and clothes on. She's ready to go.
Ireena, are you heading out somewhere at the moment?
Not unless we are. She's giving you a look.
Well, actually, we are holding a meeting in Jack, Sonder, and Queenie's room, and it would be a great idea for you to come because you are also a part of this meeting. You are a part of us in some way.
Right. I'll come. Are we leaving now? Right now?
Not at the moment. We're just gonna talk. We need to come up with a plan.
No, I meant we are leaving right now for this meeting.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Right then. Let me grab the key for the room and I'll be right with you.
Just a second. You always have your armor on, right?
Not always, but I was warned by Azazel that we would be leaving soon, so I've been wearing it in preparation.
Okay. Yeah, so grab the key and we'll head over.
And she, you see her head back over to every room that isn't the communal room with Queenie, Sonder, Jack has its own desk and kind of boudoir writing station. She's actually dragged the desk to almost make a makeshift barricade / wall between her bed and the door.
That's the sound she's hearing. Okay.
And so she walks back around the desk to rifle through some of the drawers, picks out heavy set iron key, which is the same as the door for your room, and she leaves with you, locking the door behind her.
She's just gonna look at her while walking over and go, "Are you nervous?"
Unfortunately, dear, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that.
Your room, aside from it being locked, it looked like you barricaded it as well.
Oh, well, when you hear that there are vampires here and that half the people you came here with are dead, you get nervous.
Understandable. But you do trust us, don't you? To keep you safe and well protected at all times?
There's a pause before she enters the bedroom looking at you, Sayer, and you can see that she's thinking of her response. Like, she's taking a while to put the right words together. I trust that this land is hard, and that friends are far and few to come by. But I don't know half the people in this room. We shall see.
I just want to clarify to you that you know I'm not a vampire, right?
She gives you this, like, really startled look. Of, like, eyes wide, eyebrows up. Like, you could see that was not what she expected you to say.
Only because... Saya's only saying that because I'm sure someone must have said, everyone died, Saya's still alive. And so was Aurora, but Saya was in this building, you know?
You don't know what she's been told. But yeah, she just kind of looks at you and goes, okay. And that is the first impression that Queenie, Sonda, and Jack get, is this woman of, like, average height, dark skin, hair tied into really complicated braids with clasps and, like, little, like, golden rings keeping everything together, walks in with really wide eyes, like, a pinched mouth of, like, I don't know what to make of that, eyebrows raised, kind of not looking at the floor, but kind of looking at the middle distance of the floor. Of just, like, a kind of expression on her face.
Did we hear what Saya said? Or did we just see this expression?
You don't hear what Saya said, because you will have been probably chatting amongst yourselves, but there's this thing of, like, there's a knock on the door opens, and you just see, like, the look on her face of, like, Jesus.
Are you okay?
Immediately, expression gone, mask down, as she looks to you all, hands clasped in front of her, with a smile, wearing an ornate breastplate and a rapier that, while it is there for duty, the actual pommel of the blade and the handguard is very intricately woven metal in almost like a Celtic spiral pattern. She definitely comes from money. There's no way of denying that. But she looks to the three of you, like, taking you in. My apologies. I'm afraid we haven't met before today. My name is Ireena. And she goes up to you all to, like, shake your hands.
Shake it. Hi, I'm Queenie. Bit weird, will make sense in a bit. I'm a blacksmith, looking at your rapier. Beautiful work.
Hello, I'm Jack. I can see the striking resemblance between you and the dolls. Saya was talking about. Which is partially why we're here.
And I'm trying to remember.
Azazel didn't tell her about the dolls.
Not that I can remember.
He didn't say shit.
No.
Nope.
So she's immediately there like, oh, there are dolls of me.
Ugh. Yeah, about that.
That is what we are here to discuss. We shall discuss it in a moment. It is a pleasure to meet you, Jack. And she gives you, again, it's that thing of, in Eberron it's few and far between, but that pinched smile of someone in nobility going through the motions, hiding true intentions, true emotions, everything's just behind this pleasant poker face. Like, she's not nasty towards you in any way, but it's also just that lack of emotion and that apathy.
Don't like that.
Saya goes on to say, the giant one, that's King. And from what I know of after meeting them, he doesn't talk. Right?
He does not.
Because she hadn't quite got to Sonder before you said that, she goes up to Sonder, shakes his hand, and goes, "It is a pleasure to meet you, King."
He will just very nervously, like, giggle, like, actual, like, giggles tumble out of his throat as he, like, gives her hand, like, you know where you, like, put your hand on top of theirs and you, like, shake it? He just, with a full smile, just, I appreciate the greeting, but I am not King. I'm Sonder. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Without even missing a beat, there's just a crack of a smile. It was, my apologies. Also,
taking it up.
he is King. And because you've set it as the default mode, King isn't actually that big right now, because he's balled up in the corner, like, hugging his knees. But in pure politeness, she does go over to King and give him a curtsy.
King will bow his head, trying to, not getting up, but trying to show the same amount of respect.
Just for the sake of time, if that's okay, DM, say I would just give a quick, like, rundown of Ireena, who she is, why she's there, and all that stuff from the past that everyone already knows. Sort of.
Ireena doesn't stop you from doing it. Can the three new people make an insight check for me, please?
Oh. Oh, okay.
Let's go, Sonder.
Dang.
Todd was like, boom.
Wasted
nat 20.
that nat fucking 20, but hey-oh.
Okay. Sonder and Jack. You get the impression very quickly that Ireena is a very private person. And the fact that Saya, without really asking her permission, has just given you every single detail about her and why they're hiding her and who's hunting her, Ireena is now incredibly uncomfortable. You get the impression that there were some things that Saya told you that she didn't want being shared.
I'll look over to Ireena.
For Queenie, for the sake of your insight check, throughout this whole thing, again, that poker face has come up. She, like, you look over every now and again just be like, damn, is that true? And she just gives, like, a nod to be like, yeah, it's true. I'm being hunted by Strahd.
I
a
think for
great
Queenie,
time.
it's a little bit of seeing this poker face is also kind of like giving her a little bit of whiplash of like, I don't like that expression. Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's not a good expression. And because of that, she's not really reading into it too much. She's just trying to keep herself from like.
But I'd say that Jack, you see like a couple of eyebrow twitches at certain mentions of certain details. Like especially the bluntness of like, we're keeping her safe because Strahd like wants to like abduct her and marry her. It's like there's an eyebrow twitch.
Is that literally what Saya says? Like,
Well,
very bluntly.
You said you gave them an entire rundown of what you were doing, which includes why you're protecting Ireena.
Yeah, more or less.
Sonda with the natural 20. Ireena was already putting up a bit of a front in front of you guys, and you kind of figure out that that's because she doesn't know you. She's not met you. She didn't even know your names before you were introduced 2 minutes ago. And now the fact that you are now privy to some of her most personal details.
Sandra will just give her a very, like, sympathetic smile, and as Saya is, like, continuing to talk, he'll kind of just poke her in the ribs until she acknowledges his existence.
That
You kind of cut out what?
was that to Saya or Ireena?
That was to Saya.
Okay. Yeah, she'll look over at Sonder.
I don't mean to be rude, but she is right here. And she can definitely tell us about herself. Just a very, like, you see the very nervous, like, smile and just kind of, like, pointing his head a little bit towards Ireena, like, please read the room.
Saya looks over at Ireena and nods and goes, "My apologies. I haven't had a proper upbringing. And I'm just used to selling the facts how they are. We're on a mission. I'm just trying to complete it."
No worries. I was told I've been staying in the inn for the last couple of days for as long as we have been here, and I was told that we will be leaving soon, and that we needed to discuss a plan.
Alright. It seems like you're missing a lot of details as well.
I have essentially been hiding in my room for 4 or 5 days.
Understandable. But bring you up to speed right now. We do intend to leave this town, if not tonight, tomorrow night, or the next day. Some of us wanted to stay for the festival, we might be doing that now. Reasons being is because, there's the head guard here. He seems to be having a collection of dolls that are strikingly resemblant of you. That being said, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't done anything wrong with those. Do you know the head guard here? Strahd?
The name has the faintest ringing of a bell, but I don't know him personally. I could not point him out in a crowd.
Fair enough. Second thing that's pretty vital is that there is Watcher House. Old blood here. They're planning on staging a coup to take out the Burgermaster here. They invited us to help them by taking out this head guard. crits off two birds with one stone, because it's one person who seems to be infatuated with you. Get him out of the way, and help keep some cover. That also being said, it is a large risk trying to stage a coup in a town. Plus, other than having the dolls, do we know if this guy's actually doing something wrong? This has so far just been a matter of opinion. One group of people says they don't like how this guy's running things.
But also, if we do decide to take up that offer, we've got to do it before midday tomorrow.
I see it. We got 3 things we could try doing. One of which, joining the coup, take out people who could be potential threats to, well, you. We'd have to make amends with potentially taking out someone who's just doing their job. Second thing we could do is just lay low, let tomorrow ride out, and we just leave. Wash our hands of this town. Never come back. Third thing now is we leave tonight. Don't stay, don't risk it. Just be on our way, get you to the next town. And he's pointing over at Saya.
What is he?
Next town for your stuff.
She nods. I have personal business that I'd like to take care of. And knowing everything that's been going on, it just seems better we all go as a group. However, on that note, at dinner, we were given an option to stage the coup. And if we leave tonight, don't you think that would upset things just a bit too much?
How so? She told us we don't have to join in. She was aware she was dropping this on us kind of like a hot potato.
But she also dropped it on us because we're pretty much the only ones who could do it. And how good is a burgomaster if he's doing that to his people? I mean, we met your brother, who was the burgomaster there, and he was lovely.
This town isn't always what it's supposed to seem.
She kept saying about there constantly like festivals and festivals and festivals. They're basically doing nothing but spending money unnecessarily.
And he aims to beat, if not kill, the people in the stocks outside. And Saya, didn't you say there was a man chained in a cupboard when you went in there?
Mm-hmm. He looked pretty bad, but
Do we know why these people are in stocks, or why these people are chained up?
Because they opposed the celebration, if I remember correctly.
I do not mean to interpose, but you said that you got this information from a lady watcher.
That's correct.
And you can see her give this deep sigh and go into like this good bit of thought. Part of my education is that you learn about the families of Barovia. You learn about the other noble families so that you can know their history, know their strengths, their weaknesses, what they can bring to a trade offer. And she's kind of like pinching the bridge of her nose as she's like thinking through this. She didn't lie to you when she said the Watchers are an old family. No, I wish I was there at dinner.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. We would have invited you.
No, it's fine. It's just that I have a thought in my head that I don't know if it's true, but if I'd have said something.
What's that thought?
I take what I say with a bucket of salt. Because I do not remember it perfectly. But from what I remember, the Watchers, for as long as Strahd has been in Barovia, so that is 400 years as king. The Watchers, or whatever the line was before it, and became the Watchers, they have always been happy to be on his side of history. Whether that is actual...
Immediate cringe.
Whether that is just compliance so that they don't get killed, or actually claiming him as king, I cannot remember.
So you're saying they tend to side with Strahd?
Whether to save their own necks or because they actually believe in him as king. I cannot tell you.
I can go and ask.
You can go ask.
I'll be back. Because that's an important question.
But that is the only thing that is making me curious about this coup.
What did she say? Because I got dropped for like a second.
Essentially, Ireena, I made her do a history check on like what she can remember about the Watcher family. And she essentially said, take it with a bucket of salt because I don't remember it perfectly, but the Watchers, for the entire time that Strahd has been king, has always been on his side. Whether that's to save their own necks, or because they actually want to side with him, that bit she can't remember. But the Watchers have always been like an ally, quote unquote, of Strahd.
Right. Okay.
Which is what is making me think about this coup. Because she is trying to throw out of power the person that, yes, he may be cruel, and yes, he may be an imbecile, but he is against Strahd.
Go ask the Lady Watcher. See what their standing is. I'm not from around here. I feel like it's an appropriate question for me to be able to ask.
I'm gonna come with you.
I mean, we can see if, I forget his name, oh my god.
Resney?
No, the dude who was following us around.
Oh, I have it written down.
It starts with an L, pretty sure.
It does. Larnak.
Yes, Larnak. We can see if Larnak is around, because he's the lady's messenger. Just so we can get everything straightened out. We can write everything down. so we don't forget exactly what we're asking about. She did just host us at her house, and when we left, she seemed a bit tired.
Well, the sooner we get this answer, the sooner we can make a decision.
Well, wherever you go, I go.
I have a question.
Go for it. Is this Mythical has a question or Saya has a question?
No, it's Saya. Considering what Ireena said about some opposing the festivals, this man that I found chained up, if he is an opposer of the festival, would you guys terribly mind if we rescued him?
Yes.
If we're gathering information,
It doesn't have to be now.
no, but if we're gathering information, maybe could be something you could explore. As in, maybe ask him some questions.
I quite personally would have nothing against rescuing him.
That guy is in the Burgermaster's house. It is late. The head guard's gonna be there, there's gonna be guards there, and that guy is a prisoner.
He can do.
I am gonna have to agree with Jack on this one. As much as I would love to break him out, nobody should be in shackles for voicing their opinion, but we have no magic. It's late. Everybody will be holed up in that house. And even if, say, you decide to go in there, you can't take him out. He has to find his own way out. The most you could do was break his shackles and set him free. But he won't get very far.
Plus tomorrow, if they're gonna be doing what the Watcher was saying, he's probably gonna be getting escorted to a more public place.
What we need right now is information. We have one side of the story, and we have a little bit of motivation, but knowledge is power. If we could get more information, get those questions answered, then we can put our heads together and think of the correct move.
You guys mull it over, I'll be right back. Queenie Sonda, if you're gonna join me, that'd be fantastic. Pleasure meeting you, Ireena. I'm sorry it was not on better terms.
Ireena, we need to talk a little more.
Can you give me like 15 seconds to get out of this ridiculous dress?
Do what you need.
Thank you. Immediately doesn't care that people are in the room. Begins unlacing this corset.
Aurora would go over if you want her to and start helping, so that way like it's faster to unlace.
The look of relief on Queenie's face when you come over to help is just like, thank you.
Oh, go on.
She's she just like gives her a smile in return. It's just like it's a big deal. I've done this a lot.
Yeah, these things suck. So
Saya will lead Ireena back to her room. But she'll stay with her for a little bit.
Yeah, she'll head back to... what's it called? She'll happily head back to her room. Like, when you kind of like, okay, well, while they're doing that, I'll take you back to your room.
Yeah, so when they get there, Saya will let them go in and kind of close the door and all that, so no one else can hear them.
Yeah?
Anyway. She'll go in and, Ireena, I am concerned for your safety. Because what Jack didn't mention is Azazel found your doll. The doll that resembles... No. I shouldn't say resemble, is you. From the toy shop. It was made to order. And I can't figure out how someone you've never met can somehow make a doll that is exactly you and sell it to this person. It rubs me the wrong way and I don't like it.
Does Saya still have the doll, or does Azazel have it?
I don't believe Saya has it. I think Azazel has it still.
Damn it, because I was gonna say, you can also just show it to her.
I would if I had it. Because the last thing I remember is Azazel being like, throw me the doll, and throws the doll. Literally.
Yeah, you can see her thinking about it. And this is why we were planning on leaving. The sooner, the better.
Somber's right, though. Without any magic power. And all of us tired. We're not going to get very far.
You can see her thinking about it, and there's so much thoughts like going around in her head, like she's struggling to put her finger on the pulse a little bit. But it's okay. She looks to you and just goes, I understand your concern. Really, I do. It's the reason I'm going a little stir crazy in this room. I understand, but there's nothing we can do tonight. Traveling at night is dangerous and should not be happening. I'm just worried that if we leave without clarifying anything, that we will never be able to return. I call it just a feeling in my gut.
My Discord shut me up. Oh my god.
Go on then.
What was the last thing you heard?
I mean, like, I don't think you're safe here.
Okay. Ireena. I just want you to know that despite Aurora and I being the only ones left from the previous group, and I know you don't know them, to be honest, Aurora and I don't really know, but they seem to have the good intentions that we do. And they've now accepted the oath that we were given to protect you and to get you to a safe place.
She nods at that. There's, like you can see her processing those words.
Yeah.
I think at the moment we'll wait to see them come back. We'll wait to see what they do. And then work our way from there.
Mm. Without really thinking, because Jack, Queenie, Sonder, and Aurora, they all went to... I saw Aurora in the chat. They all went back to the Burgermeister house, right?
No, they've gone to Lady Watcher.
House.
The Watcher. Lady Watcher. Okay.
Yeah, because essentially when Ireena was there, like, I think the Watchers might be in league with Strahd. They were like, right, we're going to ask her that.
Saya wants to go talk to the prisoner.
Okay,
Just
that's
talk, if anything.
that is a completely different house.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Saya's gonna go rogue. We'll hope for the best at this point. But yeah, without really thinking about it, when Saya turns, because she's kind of getting used to it, she just walks to the door.
Behind you, you hear like a little bit of a thud crash, and like a bit of cursing under the breath as Ireena's like startled at you walking through the door.
Saya will quickly return and go, "What? What happened? What?"
So that is the reason that you tried to tell me that you were not a vampire. Okay.
Oh, yeah, about that.
No, it's fine. You warned me you weren't a vampire because you're dead. It's fine. Go.
I'm not dead either.
Whatever it is. However you
I
can
don't
walk over
think-
walls.
I'm sorry. It's still very new to me. I don't know all my abilities yet, and yeah, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. And she just kind of bows politely to her.
Okay. We'll come back to say it. We'll go back to that.
Okay.
So then, the rest of you. Walking back up to the watch house. There's a knock on the door. And the same footman from earlier answers the door. You can tell he's surprised to see you. Wasn't expecting you this late.
Is Lady Watcher still up?
She's upstairs at the moment, but I can go collect her if that is something you need.
It's nothing formal. I just had one question, primarily.
Yes, if you wait here, I can fetch her. Just one moment, please. With that, the footman does reclose the door on your face and kind of leaves you, like, in the porchway.
Say alright, I was not expecting to get invited in.
But Lady Watcher does return. She's no longer in her red, like, almost priestly robes, but she does come forward and is looking at you. She wasn't expecting you to be back so soon, admittedly.
Sorry for interrupting your evening. We were mulling things over and the questions that arise that would help figure out which side of the coin we want to fall on. But the main question we had is, what is your standing with Strahd? I want to know your thoughts, your viewpoints. We're new here and don't know a whole lot about what everything is. I think me and my companions have been on here for a day or two. It's not too much.
No, you can see her like straighten up a bit as she's wearing the essentially like the equivalency of like a night robe. So she's bringing it like around herself against like the biting chill of the wind around her. It makes perfect sense that you would want all of the information that you could get. I do not blame you for that. My stance on Strahd is that it is better to be ruled by a tyrant than a madman. And he is no tyrant. If anything, he is a neglectful landlord.
Can I incite that?
Yes. Yes, you
And
can.
I help.
No, you would just be rolling your own insight check. You can't help on an insight check.
Honestly,
Why am I sucking at these rolls tonight?
Say alright?
You
all
are.
of us are.
Yes! Fantastic, everyone!
It's fine, it's
Yeah,
fine.
seems legit. We look at each other, we're just trying to go, yeah, seems legit, and walk.
Oh my gosh. And so if we all bought it.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, there is nothing untruthful about her statement.
Follow-up question. We're doing a coup right now to take care of Vallaki. To help bring this up, if we do decide to move forward. Clearly, we'd be twined a bit, so if God forbids something were to occur with Strahd, would that be something you would be acting on?
The accent became very thick at the end there, so I'm going to need you to say it without the
Would that
accent
be
so I can
something-
actually answer the question.
Would that be something you would be acting on?
What? That if the coup had something to do with Strahd?
If something down the line, if another coup were to arise with Strahd, would that be something that they would act on?
It would. Strahd has my support and my family's support.
Fair enough. I do appreciate this. I do apologize for bothering you at such a late hour. Is there anything I could do to try to make amends in that one? I'm not sure what kind of customs there are. Do we send like bread baskets or?
She
No.
chuckles at that and goes, "No, there's no apology need to be made. I understand that you're trying to gain as many facts as you can. I do not blame you."
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night. We won't bother you again tonight. We'll send our answer tomorrow morning.
Of course. See you then.
None. Turn, start walking away.
Right, out of character. Because things kept breaking up on my end. She supports Strahd?
Yes.
She outright said to your faces that she would rather support Strahd than the Burgomaster because she equated Strahd to a neglectful landlord and the Burgomaster to an imbecile.
He's a what? Neglecting the
Strahd?
landlord.
Yes.
She sees Strahd at worst as a neglectful landlord.
Someone who owns the place but does absolutely no maintenance whatsoever.
Whereas the Burgomaster is an imbecile and a madman.
Which, to be fair, she might not be wrong, at least about the Burgomaster.
But she did say if a coup were to be brought upon Strahd, that she would stand with him. So,
Oh, yeah, no.
So yeah, I'm heading back to the tavern. I got my answer.
Yep.
just doodly following behind you guys.
On the way back to the tavern, setting baby down. So on the way back to the tavern, Aurora just, we wanted to know more about Strahd as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, we know the sort of girl that he likes, and we know where he is right now. I maybe could show up with a bottle of wine, talk to him a bit.
I'm sorry, you want to be bait?
If it works.
What if he gets handsy and grabby and gross?
And that's when he would be introduced to the fact that I'm stronger than I look.
I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
go.
you do remember that he shoots fireballs out of his hand, right?
Would he really risk a fireball in possibly his room or his employer's house?
I don't know, depends how angry or drunk he is.
You are aware that it's going to be his house, so something goes on. Currently, Azazel and I, as well say, I cannot go back there just yet.
I know. Well, my intention wouldn't be to start anything or even steal anything. Just talk to him, see what I can find out, and see as much of his character as I can.
If you want to, go for it. I just want to make sure you're aware that I won't be able to help. As much as I do want to, I won't be able to. I'll blow your cover.
I understand.
I can help. I just don't know how I would help.
Do you have a dagger I can borrow?
No. I have a hand axe. I have a mace.
Quick out of character question then, because I haven't had a chance to look at it. Did Austra have a dagger in her pack?
I will have a quick look now. No, she had a mace and a silvered great sword.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, boy.
This feels like a bit of a bad idea. I understand, you want to get his side of the story, but we can't really help you if anything goes wrong.
I know. And I know it's not the best, but
And
Worst
men
case
like
scenario.
that don't... Oh, sorry.
My apologies. No, go for it.
Men like that don't really accept no. So if I don't have any spells, I can't cast any. If I did, I could cast blindness to help you get away. If it was tomorrow, I could probably prepare, like, sleep or something. Is that actually a spell I have at this level?
Well, what we can
It is
do.
not. Scratch that.
What we can do. If you do want to do this, Aurora, I'm not going to stop you. But worst case scenario, what I see is he's already going to be making an example of people tomorrow at the festival. I wouldn't doubt that they would just throw one more onto that. So, if you don't make it back tonight, we would have to stage for rescue for tomorrow. But at that point in time, we're not coming back to this town.
I understand.
Be careful.
I'd rather not risk you. I'd rather not risk anybody, but I really, really, really wouldn't want to risk you. Because I actually am getting to know you, and I like you as a person, and I would not want you to disappear or anything bad happen to you. Please, no.
Would you care to come with me then?
I look to Jack at this point, just like, is this a good idea?
Getting information's always good, as long as you guys don't throw any bells. The Art don't know who you guys are.
Okay.
Then we just need a bottle of wine and looks at Queenie. How would you feel about putting that dress back on?
Okay, fine.
Queenie's getting dressed up twice today. Man, it must be a full moon.
Just looks up into the sky.
That was a good line.
I don't think it's a full moon. Why would she be dressing up twice on a full moon? Is this like a festival type of thing that I'm not aware of?
Nah, it's more, crazy people come out during the full moon. People do weird things.
Oh. Okay. I see.
Where the term lunacy comes from.
Interesting. I'll have to write that down. I didn't know that. You are feeling alright, right?
What, me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Kind of like looks at you with a sympathetic smile and just kind of like puts his hands on your shoulders. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to.
I am not letting Aurora go alone. I'll put on the dress, I'll suck it up. Oh, I hate that dress.
Put it this way. You can either go with her, you don't have anything to be prepared for today. But if something goes wrong, then you're not going to be prepared for tomorrow either. Versus if you just let Aurora go. They're capable. We've seen them in fight. Haven't seen them in a social situation, primarily, but... Sure, she can talk her way through things. But if something does come up awry, you'll be able to be prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah, but also if something does happen, and I knew I could have prevented it, I'm gonna...
Can you prevent things right now? You got your spells? Are you ready to be able to take things on?
Looking at this character sheet as a player. I mean, it's still the same day, right? So obviously, fighting the vampires and stuff is still very fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Because while this has been spread out over like, what, 3 or 4 weeks now, it's still the same day.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at Queenie and you can see that she is not even half her best.
Take it easy, Queenie. Aurora, you got this. Whenever you get back, I'm gonna stay up, knock on my door. Just let me know you're back.
Of course. So,
Yeah.
out of character... No, go on.
So, we'll get ready for tomorrow. We'll plan for the worst. We'll hope for the best.
That sounds like a good plan.
Sonder would definitely kind of go up to Aurora and like give her a very big hug.
Please be careful and please make good choices.
She'll hug Sonder back. So does anyone have a dagger I can borrow then?
I have a
If Hazel is with us, he does.
And I was gonna say, at this point, I'm pretty sure Zazel would.
How?
If Azazel was here, he'd be telling you no. So, if you're wanting to do this, then I'm saying Azazel's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zazel would be just like, fuck no, are you insane? Do you really have a death wish that badly?
Oh, yeah, I've been thinking that this whole time. It's like, yeah, he'd be vetoing this so hard.
Are you
He'd
willing to
like-
make do with a makeshift?
You have a death wish. We only have one person that goes rogue. We don't need any more.
hang on.
I'll take a shiv at this point.
Hang on. How much does a dagger cost? Yeah.
5 gold, right?
It doesn't really matter, considering... Well, no, I guess because it's your, thingy ability, isn't it? So give me a second.
I'm pretty sure it's less than 100 gold, so...
Oh, it definitely is.
No,
Yeah,
I know
2
that.
gold.
It's more. It's 2 gold.
Hmm.
Great. So I can lay out that metal, and that's 2 gold because that's what we need. That's 2 gold. I can literally form that, and basically use the 2 gold coins to create a dagger. So it would be a golden dagger. I think is how that works. I'm gonna just pop it in the
It
chat.
would be a
so-
standard dagger. It's not going to be made out of the gold unless you have enough gold to be able to shift it into that. Because a
Is that
golden dagger would be
metal?
valued higher.
As part of this ritual, you must lay out metal, which can include coins with a value equal to the creation.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you
The
lay out 2
metal
gold.
and
So
transforms
the
into
standard value of a dagger, if it's 2 gold, that's a steel dagger. So if you're laying out 2 gold, it's going to turn into a steel dagger. That's the value of the steel dagger.
Oh, right. No, you are correct. Yep. I was just thinking, here's the metal. That covers the cost. Change into it and still keep the gold. But yeah, no, you're right. It would turn into that. Really?
Because that's also how it can turn into anything, any type of parts. If it has
Okay.
metal included, so if you were making say a jacket with metal buttons, you'd be able to just use, say, 10 gold coins to be able to make a fancy jacket that is either leather or like fleece or whatever with metal buttons.
Okay.
It do be stupid.
Okay. So, give me an hour.
Alright. I can use that to freshen up after dinner. Yeah. So she would use that hour to, again, freshen up and make herself pretty again.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? While Roy's freshening up, he's going to ask Aurora one question while they're still in the back to the tavern. What room is your friend staying in?
Can I just say for sake of thing that she tells him because I don't even remember out of character?
No, you're right. She is essentially in, like, the cornermost room. Whereas, like, she has a window, but it leads out into the stables, so she has, like, an escape route. Like, you essentially planned out her room for every potential thing. Of like,
Okay.
oh, she can escape over the balcony, or she can escape through the window, or she can do this. Like, it's a really defensible door. So, like, she's at the end of the hallway. Like, to get to her, people have to go past all of you. But yeah, you can just point at it and be
Okay.
like, that one over there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's... Okay, yeah, she's...
Thank you.
Of course. And thank you for being worried about me.
Don't have to thank me. Should be natural. People should worry for everyone else.
They should. It just seems like something that isn't so common in a place like this.
No, it seems to be the exact opposite here, which is kind of worrisome, but I understand when people are on edge.
Exactly. So again, it makes acts of kindness even among friends that much more meaningful.
Make it back, okay?
I will. Another thing she will do during that time is she will go pick up a bottle of wine from downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
she's deliberately going to pick something similar but not identical to the one that they know he drinks, because she's not going to give away that they know what he drinks.
Okay. All right, we'll leave that
I have
there.
a feeling that when Asher gets back, he's gonna fucking kill us.
Say again?
I feel like when Asher gets back, he's gonna kill us.
Oh, yeah.
That's future us's problem, not now us's problem.
I like you.
Future Aurora's problem, too.
Asher, I'm sorry. Please don't kill us.
But
We have time to
while,
come up with a very good excuse.
oh, very much so. But while Aurora's freshening up, go on then. Jack, I'm assuming that you're wanting to go talk to Ireena.
I was, yeah.
We'll do you quickly, and then we'll move back to say it.
Alrighty. Knock on Ireena's door.
Again, you'd hear the same scraping. It's like, who is it?
It's Jack.
Oh, one moment, please. And you again can hear like scraping of wood, multiple chains and locks coming undone as she pulls the door open for you.
Hey again, my apologies, I know it's still late, and I know everything's going on tonight. But we just got back from the Watchers. They are... I'm gonna start talking to a hushed tone, kind of lean into the doorway a little bit. They are in favor of Strahd versus, against them. So I'm thinking that's gonna lean our votes towards not helping this coup. What are your thoughts?
A fair assessment. I guess the question then becomes, are we leaving in the night, or are we stopping her? And she kind of quirks an eyebrow to you, being like, well, what are you thinking?
You had to throw that as a possibility out, did you? It's a good question.
Because do not misunderstand me. I am not above a group decision of this is not our problem. But I also, in times of need, would like a place to return to that's safe.
I agree.
And if it's true and Lady Watcher is a part of a group taking over, then that means the Vallaki is no longer safe.
This brings up another question, though. Are you going to want to help us? I see you have armor. You have a rapier.
I'm willing to.
Why? Why do you stay locked up in here if you're able to? That's the one thing I didn't understand. I know we're trying to keep you safe, but...
Oh, trust me. I'm clawing at the walls.
Understood.
I wish to leave, trust me. I believe when we first arrived, the idea was that I was to stay here until we could confirm whether it was safe here or not. And if it was safe, then I would leave the room, travel, find a house of my own instead of living off the kindness of the innkeeper.
I understand.
But it's not safe. And if I have to fight to make it so, then I shall. If you'll have me.
It's always better to have extra hands. Thank you.
Of course.
I also want to apologize about Saya. It seemed like things kind of, whenever she was talking about you, didn't seem to like that a little bit. In a way, I can make it up to you if you want to know more about me, to make that fair. I'll be an open book. Just ask. I'm more than happy.
There's actually a moment where she looks down at the floor and there's like a little hint of a blush there. Like she wasn't expecting that. I'll keep that in mind. Do not get me wrong, it wasn't a thing of, it wasn't the fact that she was telling you, it was the fact that I wasn't given the chance to do it myself.
I understand. You'd like to announce yourself. It's fair.
It's not even announcing, it's... My story is not a happy one. And I'm aware that it is daunting if the first thing you hear about a person is, oh, you know, the king of the land, the really powerful vampire, he wishes to abduct her and make her his succubus.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that would be a little daunting, but everyone's story. I can't say everyone's. A lot of people's stories have ups and downs. Some dramatic, some down farther than other things can go. But as long as you can turn it up, you know, find people you like, find friends. Ideally, not stay cooped up in a room all day. We're trying to make things better. Get you someplace safe, get someplace a bit more accommodating than a single room with a limited view.
I mean, in fairness, the room is not too bad. And the view is not bad either. And she, like, kind of steps away to, like, let you come in. And looking out, her view is essentially the top of the stables, but it's enough of an angle where you can see into the stables.
Mm-hmm.
Where there is a cream pelt, white-haired coloured pony.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's across the rooftops. In the distance, you can just make out the outline of the church. And it's very much those like generated pictures where it's like a quaint village with gas lights in the windows, settling down for the evening. Sun is definitely set by now. So it's just lots of windows lit up by like different candle and torch lights.
I could not see, or I can see, this is scenic. How long? I couldn't see it doing this all day. Just staring out a window and what you have in this room.
I've been keeping myself occupied. It's not been me doing nothing. But I am going a little crazy.
I'll be back later. Aurora's gonna be heading out to talk to Strahd. Play some cards. See if Sonda wants to join in or Queen. Have a fun time tonight.
Well, if we all make it back in one piece, I will take all of you at the card game.
Fair enough. Gonna go talk to Aurora real quick. I'm actually gonna grab everyone who is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Quick then. Ireena brought this up. I made a good point. We know the Burgermaster here is against Strahd. We know Watchers are for Strahd. So, why don't we help defend Vallaki? Keep it safe. I can't say safe, but keep it safer than what it would be. This guy could just have a crush on Ireena. We don't know that one for sure, but I think we should talk to him, figure out his stance. Strahd's neither god. Especially about his deal with Ireena. But if we could protect this town a little bit, it'd be better fighting on the side with Strahd than trying to fight against someone who threw fireballs out of his hands. Plus, it would not only throw kudos our way with the Burgermaster and all that jazz, but it would help Ireena by getting a small reputation.
We're definitely between a rock and a hard place. I have a very bad feeling about this. And
So,
no matter what we choose, we're looking for a fight. And I'm not very good at dealing with politics and all of this subterfuge and nobody telling each other what's going on, and it makes my head hurt, to be completely honest with you. There is no right answer. There's no clear right or wrong. And I'm just worried if we choose the wrong thing, what does that mean for us? It's...
If I may.
Hmm.
If you're worried about choosing the right or wrong thing, this could be my choice. I'll make a decision. If it's wrong, it's on me. I'll make it right. If it's right, we all get to benefit.
That's not fair to you.
I think in this situation, it's better to be decisive than indecisive.
It's easier for one head to make decisive decisions than try to quell 8 consciences. Try to get 8 voices, try to make one decision. Takes a lot more time than one.
Understood, but if... is sometimes... even if we hear everybody, and some people are indecisive and some people are more decisive, it at least allows everybody to say what they think is good, and maybe somebody has brought up an idea that somebody else didn't. This whole thing, we thought it was literally do the coup or don't do the coup. And now the spanner's been thrown in the works of, do we coup a coup? Which makes it sound cuckoo.
And Lady Watcher did say, if we do somehow stop it this first time, it is going to happen again, whether we like it or not. She said even if we go to the Burgermaster and tell him all the information we know, it won't stop the inevitable.
You're right. They would be able to still try doing the coup, but if we step in, we can potentially prevent it this time. Let them be aware, hey, these are the people who are doing this, and hopefully be better prepared for the next time.
So how do we strike that balance of stopping to stop stacking the cards in Strahd's favor, but then to also do what's best for these people?
The simplest way, I think, would be to peacefully depose the Burgermaster. Without killing him, but replacing him with someone who will still oppose Strahd, but is not as foolish and cruel towards his subjects.
I would agree. I think that's probably the best case scenario. That would be lovely, but we don't know any of the other families that are involved in the coup, or who would be put as the new Burgermaster. What if they're worse? We don't really know anything.
And what if we think we're doing the right thing by stopping the coup and say, we stop the Watcher, we also get rid of the bad Burgermaster? What then if, like, who takes the reign in this? Because we could think we're doing the right thing by getting rid of both sides and trying to put somebody equal there. What if that doesn't work?
Well, in terms of who we could use to, or who could be fit for a job to replace the Burgermaster, there is one other Burgermaster that we do know who would be fit for the job.
But he has to look after his own people in his town.
I agree. I wouldn't be suggesting that he forsake his people there either. I would guess or assume that he would find someone he can trust, the way that he has brought all of us together to take charge here. A manager, so to speak. If not even, perhaps, seeing if Ireena might wish for the job, though. That I'm more hesitant on because of placing her as such a...
She would be then reporting to Strahd.
It puts her in a more dangerous position, as I was saying, so yes, but...
That's why I was thinking we just leave the Burgermaster as is. Granted, I'm gonna say it, he's not good. But he's against Strahd. So he's gonna be on our side. We're keeping Ireena away.
So you're saying that we maybe tip off the Burgermaster of what's going to happen?
What if we do it anonymously? That way nobody can track it towards us.
It's gonna be obvious that it's us. Everybody
You
out.
just stay and wait for whenever they were gonna do it. They said they were gonna aim for it during the festival. Whenever they act, we act back. Check the Burgermaster. Azazel and I seen him. Guy's quite like Ireena. He's prepared. He wears armor. He keeps a rapier at his side. He has 2 large mastiffs ready to fight.
Aurora, you've been here long. Any thoughts?
I'm inclined to agree with Jack, though. My morality says that I would prefer to save those that this man wishes to persecute, but as has been pointed out to me before, we're not in a place where foreigners' views matter so much. I suppose it would be wisest to go with Jack's idea on this, as I know what I like is, or what I would like is more fanciful thinking than a solid plan.
Don't get me wrong, if we could do both, full game on doing both. Changing out the Burgermaster with someone who's more reasonable, more understandable, someone who's not just gonna beat people for disagreeing with the festival. But we don't have anyone who can fit that slot right now. Nor do we have the capabilities of taking on both a coup and the Burgermaster atrocity. So I see it as we either prevent the coup, keep the city as safe as can be, so if the next town doesn't work out, and Ireena needs to move again, there's another place she can go. Versus letting the coup happen. And it's one less place to hide. One less place as tightly grasped by Strahd.
I give out a big sigh and I look to Aurora. I guess we're putting on pretty dresses and going to talk to Strahd.
Can help you lace it so that it won't be as tight. And
Thank you. Okay, you let Ireena know that we're trying to coup. Yeah, this is cuckoo.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, let's kill a coup. Aurora and I will get dressed pretty, try and talk to Strasny. Have the bottle of wine, just give him some whispers and just say, keep an eye out. Some shit's gonna go down tomorrow.
Please be careful.
We will be. Even without magic, I'm stronger than I look, and the intention isn't to fight.
Intention is to fight, the intention is just get him drunk and tell him to do his job good tomorrow.
Well, in that case, we may not wish to get him too drunk.
Giddy. We will get him giddy.
Before you guys head out, Queenie, could I borrow something?
What do you need?
Your deck of cards? Mine's missing a few cards. I don't need to take them from your deck. I just want to have them so I can play some cards with Sonder and Ireena.
Okay,
Sonder will kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
We'll definitely kind of perk up at that in just a very small... I've been practicing since last time, but I might still need a little bit of help.
You're alright. We're not betting.
When we say go fish, we don't literally mean go fish.
To be fair, it was impressive. You got a bass.
Yeah. It tasted really good too.
Fishing is definitely one of my specialties, but I learned from last time that that's not how the game works.
Right, well if you're taking my cards, and I look to Aurora, I'm gonna take my dice.
Okay.
So I give my card set, which is a very, pretty ornate card set, and I hand them over to Jack. Now, remember my rules about them.
I know, no bending, folding. If you're gonna be eating, wipe off your hands before you touch the cards again.
And don't put them in your mouth.
Yep, I've taught you both well.
Oh, and be careful if you play with Azazel.
I know, he cheats.
Yeah.
Figured out that whenever we were first playing, we both had aces. We both had 4 aces. Kind of realized that a bit too much in the deck.
So I believe he said the same about you, that you cheat as well.
He doesn't... No, yeah, you stack the cards and we all know it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Just kind of looks at Jack with like a raised eyebrow, like, so all of those games.
Okay, you'll deal this day. It's fine.
I just thought I was really bad.
What you'll also see as well, actually on the picture cards, is actually, each of their, faces. So, all the cards have, a face of somebody who's, important to her. So,
That's
obviously...
adorable.
Yeah, so, obviously Jack is Jack. King is King. Sonder, actually, instead of having, the A for the aces is actually, yours. But actually on the Queen, it's not Queenie, it's, Queenie's mother's.
That's adorable. I love that so much. That's so cute.
So, look after them. Okay.
Be careful, you two.
We will.
Will do. I got a hand axe.
And you made a dagger, right?
Yes.
Yep. So Aurora's
Dagger.
got that. Yeah, Aurora's gonna do the like femme fatale thing of like strapping it to like her thigh under her dress.
Remind me at some point to create dagger/hairpins for.
That would be useful.
Pretty, deadly, and also secretive.
I will keep that in mind.
Nobody suspects a hairpiece to be, danger. But I gotta get the metal to do it, and actually it needs to be nice metal. Alright, have fun with your cards. Aurora.
I'll get you laced up into your dress again.
Thank you.
Also, quick question: how hurt is she? Is Queenie?
DM, am I allowed to say? Like, as a...
Are you looking bloodied? Are you looking a bit injured? Are you looking rough?
Well, that's me, because obviously the vampires take stuff off your HP max.
Do it based off of like what your HP max is now, and then say, but you look drained. Because like you look tired, and you look like bags under the eyes, like you're not looking at full strength.
Okay, can you have a look at my character sheet and like verbalize that, because my brain is not computing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, for simplicity's sake, Aurora still has some healing left.
She's bloodied and looks drained.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
Aurora's...
That's that. Oh, so technically, oh wait, no, because that would be that.
Yeah,
I don't know
because
if it's done that. Oh no, it is overridden. Yes, so you are bloodied and you look drained.
Okay. Because that's the thing, because technically it's full health, but not technically because of the drain. So I was just very confused about how to describe this. So basically, I look like shit. I look like I've done like an all-nighter and I've just drank coffee to try to survive.
Okay, fair enough, yeah, because, again,
Is that a good way to phrase it?
Sure. It's not really that important.
Yep.
Yeah, it was more because Aurora still has some healing left, so she was going to offer to mend any, like, physical wounds for Queenie.
I think this
before they left.
I think this is something I have to sleep off.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alright then.
Do we know where he is? And also,
say again?
Do we know where he is? And also, because of course there is a hand axe hidden on my person.
I just know that he's in the Burgermaster's house, and I imagine if we go knock on the front door, we can be shown to his room.
Okay. Yeah, confusion crosses his face, but it's just like accept it. Like, okay.
Do you have any qualms about, at least for getting in, saying that you're a Sunite as well?
I I look at you confused, and a Sioux Knight? What's a Sioux Knight?
My religion. Essentially, there's much more to it than this, but essentially, keeping company and pleasurable company, music, poetry, a little bit of drinking, and isn't too uncommon, and a couple of girls as company isn't uncommon as well.
Oh, so basically you're like a love all and love the one you're with kind of people.
I guess you could say it like that.
Oh, well in that case then, and just like lifts up the like sleeve of the dress. And if you hadn't cloaked it before, you see Queenie's tattoo. There's literally like a red love heart with like blue backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. It's literally in the character art.
Okay.
Does this pass?
It should, yes. And just because I find it merits saying more often than I feel like it should, but as a religion, it does not make the followers harlots of any sort. It's a rather unfortunate view that a lot of people take.
Oh, I'm so sorry if that was offensive. I did not mean it. So it's more like appreciate the beauty all around and love the beauty for what it is.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
A pleasurable moment is a pleasurable moment, and a pleasurable sense is a pleasurable sense. If that moment leads to something more, then that's more than welcome.
But the moment or the thing itself doesn't have to, using air quotations, like pleasurable. It could be like a good song and a dance.
Exactly. Or a pleasant scent of perfume, or the taste of a good meal.
Oh, okay. That I too am a Sioux Knight. Am I saying this wrong? You're laughing at me.
No, you're saying it right. It's I've never heard someone enunciate it so much, though.
Wait, is it one word or two?
It's a single word, Sunite.
Oh, okay.
Following the goddess Suni.
Sioux Knight, Suni. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, maybe our gods would get on that if yours is all about like appreciation for things, because like oh shit, what is my god Onata?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My brain just went blank then. It's like, because my god's name is Onatar, and he's like arts and crafts and smiths and creators.
Suni would definitely appreciate the art that would be able to be created from that. From those who follow your god.
I feel like our gods would get along.
I would agree. Also, out of character real quick, could they have like finished with the dress and be like moving?
Oh, I'm assuming that they're walking and talking as we're going.
That's fair, but that's fair. It's just that I know sometimes we need to say it.
Completely fair. No, so I'm giving you the grace period of saying that the knife was being created at the same time that Aurora was being in the bath.
Okay.
Which means that Saya is only on her own for an hour.
That works.
Saya. You're at the front door.
What?
What are you doing?
Cut out.
You're at the front door. What are you doing?
Oh no! Okay. Well, I'm gonna stealth and go through the door.
Okay. At this point, because it's later in the day, there is still a little bit of activity getting like those last little bits for the festival ready, but it is a lot more controlled. It's not just people running in doing whatever they want to do. It's very much a case of people being checked as they come in, people having to announce like why they are there. So don't get me wrong, you can slip through the front door if you want. You can also go looking to see if there is another way in.
Go find another way in.
Alright then. So going around the perimeter of the house, checking to see if there's like any way you can go, anything you can do. There is another way in. And it seems to be like a little back entrance. There's a couple of steps that lead up to it, and then you're met with a single door.
Okay. Is the door open or closed?
Door is closed.
Of course it is. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, no, we're gonna stealthily go through the door.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me. $18. Okay. Yeah, you open up this back door, and you are in the kitchen. There's no one here at the moment. Considering that this is later at night, dinner's probably been had, servants are probably elsewhere in the house. So you've got a little bit of peace. You don't know for how long, though.
Right.
So off to your left, as I check the diagram to make sure I'm not lying to you. No, off to your right, there is a staircase leading up, and then there are multiple doors coming off of this kitchen.
Is there a way to, like, peek around the corner up the staircase to see if there's anyone there without actually going there?
Unfortunately not without actually like going up the stairs.
Okay. Gonna keep stealthing and go up the stairs.
Okay. So you continue up, and you are back on the landing that you were on before. You've come up the second set of stairs that you were opposite when you were exploring. So you found where those second set of stairs go. They lead down into the kitchen.
Okay.
So you've essentially found the servant stairs.
That's not bad. That's okay.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, shit.
Okay. don't hear anything. Nothing specific. It seems like the coast is clear. So, to describe the hallway again, you've got a set of doors like to your immediate left, and you know that through some of them there's like a master bedroom, there's also like a room with a bridal dress and a vanity.
Right.
And then going forward, and then to the left, there's the bedrooms, the library, and the locked closet.
I'll have her go into the room with like the vanity and the dress and the wedding dress and all that.
Okay. Again, nothing to see here. It's just a wedding dress on a mannequin, and then a floor-length, like floor-to-ceiling mirror attached to the back wall.
I just gotta remember which door is. So, if I remember correctly, the prisoner was in between this room and the other room, right?
No.
No.
The prisoner was between the library and the outside wall of the house.
Okay. Just gonna keep stealthing and kind of channel being a ghost for a minute, even though that's not possible. To get into that one room.
Okay, so what is the path that you're taking to get to that one room? Because right now, like, if you went, like, as the crows flies, and you literally just start walking through rooms, you would need to, at the very least, walk through either the master bedroom or the library.
The library was where the Burgermeister was.
Or you can go, like, through the corridors and then just walk through the door. But then it becomes a question of, you don't have the keys to his manacles.
That's right, I don't. But I wasn't gonna set him free yet.
That's up to
I
you.
don't think. Yeah, let's walk through the corridors and get to the room. That way.
Okay, so as you make it to the T-junction, where going left leads you to the library door, Strahd's bedroom, and the locked closet at the end of the hallway, then you start to hear raised voices. One of the voices you've heard before is the Burgomaster, but the other voice is one that you have not heard before. It's gravelly, it's deep, it's realistically an octave lower than I can perform. But that's the beauty of having, estrogen.
Oh god. Okay.
But these two voices are arguing with each other. And you
Can
can't...
I make a perception check to listen in?
Yeah, go for it. But also make a stealth check to make sure that they don't hear you.
Stealth.
Oh, Lord.
Damn it!
So, they don't hear you. which is great. Because it's being held behind a locked door, you don't get that many details. But you get the impression that the Burgomaster is talking to Strahd, because you do hear him say his name. You hear him go, like, calm down, Strahd. Like, you can hear him say that. And from the sounds of it, it's Strahd that's really, is really on edge and is doing a lot of the yelling. But the Burgomaster is giving him as good as he's getting. But they seem to be in a very heated argument. And they haven't noticed you. So at the very least, you have a little bit of leeway to do a little bit of poking around without them noticing you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go to the locked door by the library.
Okay. Going through the locked door. I'll give you the description again because it has been a while. Chained to the back wall of this otherwise empty closet is a badly beaten man wearing nothing but a loincloth. The iron shackles have cut into his wrists, causing blood to trickle down his hands. At this point, the blood is dried, but every now and again, with every small little movement, new cuts are made and fresh blood is drawn. At first, he doesn't take you in. He seems to have been completely wiped out from whatever has happened during the day. But eventually it's almost like he senses your presence as he lifts his head up to you.
You said there's blood on him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Through his bleary eyes, he can barely keep himself awake and conscious. He looks up to you and says, "Are you here to kill me?"
Quite the opposite. I'm here to talk. And she'll kind of go up to him and taking her cloak, like the very end of it, she'll kind of just try to pat where the blooded area is, as to just kind of clean him off, but not, just to wipe it away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely a couple of winces as you are dabbing into fresh cut wounds.
Right.
So it's cloth touching open raw skin. But he seems to appreciate it. As he can't really get comfortable because the way that he's been chained, his wrists are up and behind his head. And so to lean into you, he almost has to dislocate his shoulders to come forward.
But
he's
she'll kind of stop.
He's kind of
stop him from doing that.
That's fair, but no, he's kind of like in a half kneel, half squat, just because again the size of this closet, there wasn't a lot of room with him in it, let alone with you in it as well. This is very much like close proximity to him.
Yeah.
But he seems to be at least with it enough to keep his eyes open and look at you.
As she's kind of dabbing slightly, she asks, "Why are you chained up here? What did you do?"
At the last festival, I carried a protest sign. Just a small joke of how we should feed the Baron, the Burgomaster, to the wolves.
Are you the only one protesting?
No, there were others. I just happened to still be here.
Did they escape and you were left behind?
Some were never found. Some are gone. How long has it been?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I've only been in town for a couple days.
It's at least been a couple of days then. And he kind of does that kind of a huff, kind of a laugh. Where there's no other way of putting it than, great, at the very least, I've been in this closet for a couple of days. I've lost track of time that badly.
The festival at Greengrass is tomorrow. Right? It is tomorrow?
He
It's
does...
not green grass.
I was
What?
going to say, he does
It's
squint
not
up at you
green
to be
grass.
like, green grass?
Greengrass was back when we first arrived. We celebrated it with Ismark.
Not that one. Okay, so the next festival then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this one like the Rising Sun or something?
Got confused with my festivals. She goes, "The next festival is here." Oh, must have been quite a while that you're chained up here.
And like, it's a groan of exhaustion, but also just a frustration that like he's been in here for that long.
Where's the key?
The Burgomaster has the key.
Does he carry it with him, or is...
It'll be on his person.
I know you saw me the last time I came here. And knowing that There's someone who's potentially innocent trapped in here. I knew I had to come back to figure out why. Why did you protest against the Burgermaster?
Everyone is scared of him. Everyone is scared of what he will do and what he will say. When really he needs people to tell him that everything he does, while kind-hearted, is misguided. He does things to keep Strahd away, but all he does is spend resources and turn his people against him. But no one is willing to say no to him, because if they do, well, look at me.
Before you were taken prisoner, what did you do? How did you live?
You can see his eyes almost fog over as he looks back to a distant time. I was a shoemaker. I was the person that made the town's shoes.
That's an important role to have. What's your name?
Udo. Udo Lukovic. Say, roll me a history check.
Ben?
The name is ringing a bell. You don't know where you've heard it. You don't know where it's twigging for you. But someone has said that name to you before.
I'd like to very much set you free. But I don't have the key. And I'm not sure I can get it on my own. I know you've been locked up in here, but this Burgermaster has to be... Has he told you anything? Like, what he does daily?
As he begins to cough, and you watch, say, as he spits up this chunk of phlegm that is just a globule of slime, but also laced with blood.
So you'll just be like, ew. Well, not in the sense like, well, not, she doesn't like actually say it, but like, she kind of avoids it though.
Oh, fully. He looks you. That man spends all day reading in his library and being paranoid that someone is out to get him. He keeps his dog on such a tight leash. He's worried that he will turn on him one day.
Are you talking about his guard?
Yeah, Strahd, yeah. The man has an ego the size of a rock. It fills the room. Cannot get away from it. You say anything or do anything to bruise it, and you become his enemy. Plain and simple.
They both sound really twisted people.
It's not so bad. It's paranoia. That's all it is. Say, you're probably going to be able to get a couple more questions out of him if that's what you want, but you can see him flagging. This is a man that hasn't probably ate in a good while, probably hasn't drank anything today,
Right.
and it is late.
Looking at his shackles, not having a key. He can lockpick, but she doesn't have any thieves' tools on her. But there was a kitchen. Is it possible to lockpick with a knife?
Yes, with disadvantage, because it's not an official, thieves' tool. But also, looking at the manacles, you do think that you could probably break them if you applied enough direct force.
But she's not strong. My sorcerers are never strong. And try breaking it.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's try it. Just for ha-has to see what happens.
So, are you trying to just pull them with your bare hands? Or are you trying to break them with a weapon?
She does have her bag on her. What is in here? Oh, I know. I know. The quarterstaff. Let's try it.
Mm-hmm. So, don't... Actually, no, it might not let you do it if you don't target anything. I will really quickly just put a random face on the map for you. There should be a health bar in the middle.
Yes.
If you click on that and target that, and then roll your quarterstaff.
Huh. Apparently I don't have one.
You should do as a sorcerer. Is it not a part of your... What's it?
It should be.
Starting equipment?
I have a dark common clothes, including a hood. That's the equipment. Well,
You just miss your entire starting equipment when making Saya.
no, because I copied everything over. I had Forge do everything for me.
But when you're making your character, you have options. You have to choose options when you make
Scroll
your
out.
character.
Scroll. Scroll and you'll steal your equipment
Oh no!
first.
As part of the starting equipment, a sorcerer does not get a quarterstaff. You're thinking of wizard.
Ah, never mind then. Okay, she's got. Oh no, wait. She's proficient in a quarterstaff. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Alright, no, she's got 2 daggers, she's got a light crossbow, she has the silver short sword that Caleb gave. And that's about it. She's got crossbow, she's got a torch.
Can't you use like the butt of a weapon to hit them?
She's got a crowbar! She has a crowbar!
Yeah?
Crowbar work!
Okay, this would be the time to use that crowbar. So
Yeah,
that...
Seems an appropriate item.
Yeah? So make just a straight strength check, not for me, because I don't think that you have athletics.
No, that's a -1. So strength.
Just a straight strength check for you. Actually, no. We'll say because you're using the crowbar, which is specifically for prying things, we'll give you advantage.
Hey.
So strength. Is that an ability or saving throw?
Ability. Okay. That's a 17. Okay. No. Even with you using the crowbar, sticking the blade in between the soft point where the manacles meet the wall, you just don't have either the weight or the force behind you to be able to detach these boys from the wall.
I'm so close, I can just taste it. I want this guy out! The town needs shoes!
Oh, you are so lucky.
What was the 20? What was the nat 24?
The nat 20 was Udo biting the inside of his lip to not make any noise as you pry at his broken wrists.
Oh no, this poor boy.
I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I'm gonna get you out.
But you watch as he stuffs the inner lining of his cheek in between his teeth and uses that the same way that you bite on a stick.
She just kind of looks at him and goes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get you out of here. I'm sorry. I just got a crossbow. Could you use a dagger to pick it?
I mean, you can use anything you wish in any manner you wish, and I'll tell you if it works or not.
Sure, let's use. She's got 2 daggers. If one breaks, she's got another one. Let's try to lockpick with daggers.
Okay, so that is a thieves' tools check. So that's going into your proficiencies and clicking on the thieves' tools. But I need you to roll with disadvantage because obviously a knife is not a set of thieves' tools.
Where do you even see that? Oh, right here. So disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Saya. With that, the knife doesn't break, but there is definitely a moment where there's resistance. You know for a fact that this knife, if you push it any further, it will break in the lock. So you pull it out just before that point.
Yeah. She just kind of goes back and she pulls back and just kind of looks up frustrated. Come on, say a think. There have been a lot of situations where I was able to do this. This should be easy. Let's try the short sword.
Okay, so again, make a general attack against the target that I've given you.
Says your target's 35 feet away and your range is only 5.
Oh, because we need to drag your token over. It's being pedantic. Okay, so roll damage. Okay, so with that, you swing at the chain between his wrists. It's no longer a thing of trying to get him off the wall. It's the idea of freeing his wrist so that there's more mobility and you're able to help him a little bit more.
One more try.
It's almost there though. You have fully weakened the chain to the point that it is on its last link.
One more try. One more try. Damn it!
If you have any inspiration, use it now.
Are you able to roll the damage anyway?
Yes.
If you could do that for me, that'd be brilliant.
Oh god, please don't tell me it hits him.
I'd rather hit myself. Please hit myself. Please hit myself.
Saya, you're aiming for that same bit in the center. Trying to aim for that weakened link that you've made. And instead, you slam the short sword into his shoulder.
Oh god, oh fuck, he's dead.
There is
He's
a
crying.
moment. He doesn't cry out in pain. As again, he internalizes it, screws the lips up, his eyes bulge, and you watch Saya as his eyes roll back, the whites visible, and only thing left as he slumps to the floor, the new wound dripping across your blade and down the floor.
Oh my god, oh my god.
You were sent to help him, not kill him!
Hey, if he's just an object right now, you can pull him through the floor.
That's true, but he's still chained.
Oh fuck. And you don't have any inspiration at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck. This poor man.
Can I try pulling at the chains?
Yeah, that's just at this point, it's an athletics check. I don't think that helps you, but...
I mean, the guy's unconscious and I don't have to worry about him.
Good try. I need a doctor real fast here.
Bro, check his fucking pulse. Is he dead?
Check his pulse first. Check his pulse first.
Don't mess up running pies to the two people who can heal.
Is that a medicine check? Is that a medicine check?
Yeah, that would be a medicine check to check for pulse.
Please be like, don't die, don't die. Oh my god, oh my god, I think I killed him.
You have no idea. Oh, he's gushing blood, like, because you've cut into his neck, there's the potential that you've hit, like, the major vein that goes through the neck, because he is pooling blood right now.
Oh god, you gotta stop the bleeding. If he is alive...
What do I have my inventory? What do I have my inventory? Fuck it. She takes off her cloak and just kind of ties it around his shoulder really tight to make a tourniquet.
Okay. Yeah, that's another medicine check.
Hang on, you're doing a tourniquet around this guy's neck.
Jesus Christ, man.
With a 5. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, that is not helping. Or doing anything to stop the bleeding. If anything, now your cloak is just covered in this man's blood.
Saya is freaking out to the point she just starts saying a prayer going, please, 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 let him survive, please let him out. Oh my god, I didn't mean to do this.
You doing that out loud?
It's a quiet, it's a very, like, quiet, like, hysteria going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not being necessarily quiet right now. But you're being decently subtle. You're not exactly yelling to the rooftops. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. So, you are praying to whatever god is listening that something is going to happen. But right now, all that's happening is him just bleeding.
Oh,
What
I
are you
wanted to
doing?
save it. Oh no. She's applying pressure to the wound.
Yeah? I'm... Like, it's not another medicine check. You've already failed.
Right. Oh god, I don't know. I don't know.
Make just a straight intelligence check for me. Okay.
God, these rolls are killing me!
You are generally starting to panic. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You know for a fact that you're, like, this isn't your wheelhouse, this isn't your bag. You don't know how to heal this man. So it's either get him out of here so that you can take him to people that will know how to heal him, or you leave him.
I want to set this man free! And I want to get him help! And apologize!
Do you want to set this man free, or do you want to set his soul free?
I don't want to set his soul free either. If his soul goes, I know he died. I'm gonna pull on the chains because he's halfway there to getting free. I just need to keep trying.
Okay. That's an athletics check then.
Please, 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 gods of dice, please don't fail me. Please don't fail me. You failed me enough. Please don't fail me. You son of a bitch! I said not to!
I'm gonna have to make a roll, I think.
I'm so fucking frustrated.
Because this is now getting to the point that you've been rattling on a chain quite obviously. We'll do it for both of them. Why not?
It's bad. This is so bad, so bad, so bad. Fail, fail, fail! Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the other guy? Fail, fail, fail! Yes! Yes!
All right then. So, what are you doing? Because it seems that at this moment in time, you are just desperately yanking on a chain.
I'm gonna pick up the short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna attack the chain again.
Go for it.
Oh, come on!
With a 6. That misses wildly. You still have the trauma in your head of slicing into this man's neck. And the desperate need to miss his body means that you've missed the chains entirely.
Saya just kind of drops to the floor in defeat. And she just looks down. She goes, I don't know what else to do. I've already wounded him enough. I can't. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to set him free? Caleb, I really wish you were still here to help me. And with that, she just kind of sits next to him and kind of pulls her cloak on him, but keeps her hand on his wound and just kind of holds him and goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for hurting you. That was the last thing I was trying to do. I was so sorry. And she looks down and then she kind of starts speaking in Elvish. And she says, if I somehow have taken away your misery, at least you're no longer chained here. And you'll be in a happier place wherever else. So sorry, my dear friend. And she's just gonna sit there. Because right now she's at a loss. And she's defeated. Like, she just feels so bad for what she's done.
This is going to be a rare point in D&D where I ask you, Mythical, to roll a D100. I'm aware that D&D doesn't really have a system like Call of Cthulhu for luck. But we're trying.
The luck checks are back.
Okay. No one comes to check on the cupboard. No one comes to disturb you. You're able to sit there for quite a while, actually. You're more than sure that the man under your cloak is dead. But at least you were here in his last moments to give him at least a portion of peace. Do you stay?
She'll stay long enough until she'll grab her cloak and leave.
Mm-hmm. How do you leave? Because that's a very good question.
She's just gonna go through the floor.
Okay. So, phasing through the floor, where do you land? Is... Ah! You fall through the floor. If you could make an acrobatics check for me. Just want to see how nicely you land.
I don't think very nicely. My dice hate me today.
Oh yeah, no. So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you fall 10 feet to the floor below. And you land in the middle of what looks to be almost like a reception area, but it's a little bit more private. There's a load of padded chairs and couches lining the walls. It's cozy, carpeted. The room reeks of pipe smoke. And mounted on one of the walls is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
Let me do a quick investigation in here.
Sure.
Oh, now I get a high roll. Thanks, Forge!
There's not a lot in here, in all honesty. The fireplace is cold. It seems that no one has been in here, either today or at least for a while. There isn't anything remarkable here. The furniture's lovely. The bear head has been taxidermied lovingly. So it's incredibly high quality. This doesn't appear to be a room that, while it might be used for relaxing in the evenings, there isn't anyone here.
Yeah, she's just gonna roll up her cloak in a ball and carry it and... Well, no. Change that. She'll put it back on. So it looks like she's got bloodstains all over her. And she'll go through the walls until she makes it out.
Easy enough done. You can walk either straight on or to your left, and it takes you back out into the garden.
We'll walk straight out.
And I will actually say, just because timing-wise, that means that I think Saya would bump into Aurora and Queenie.
Seeing blooded cloak. Are you okay? You hurt?
Saya's just gonna stare at them in silence.
Saya, what happened?
I am assessing Saya and looking over her to see if she is injured or hurt in any way.
I'll say that if you're not poking and prodding her, that will be a perception check. If you're actually getting up close and personal, then that's a medicine check.
I'm not getting up close and personal with her in case I do poke and prod something that is gonna hurt, so it's gonna do. So, not 20.
Yeah, as far as you can see, she isn't physically wounded at all.
Saya, whose blood is...
I gotta go. I'll meet you
Okay.
later.
Saya?
And she'll stop and turn. It doesn't matter anymore.
All I was going to say is they're playing cards, I think, in mine and Jackson's. Okay?
She'll nod and she'll take off. But she is defeated. Saya is traumatized at the moment.
And you said you didn't want to talk, so we're giving you your space.
She's leaving. She's going back.
Okay. And I think that crossover is probably a good place to leave it. we can go straight into next session with the interview of Strahd.
Just in time for Asher to kill us.
Yeah.
No. He's not there. he's not with us. He can't say shit.
What he doesn't know doesn't hurt us.
He'll be killing everyone else.
Jack is going to be getting a ribbing of a lifetime.
Oh, I can see something along the lines of like I went to the bathroom, I come back and she's gone.
I see it.
How do you lose a woman?
You forget to cherish her.
You let her go do this?
And you're just there like, maybe.
Somebody.
She's a strong, independent woman. She's able to make her own decisions. What did you want me to do? Stop her? She has a sword. I have the car. She wins.
But thank you everyone so much for watching. Multiple ways to support the channel, whether that is following us here on Twitch and watching every Friday night, Saturday morning, or joining us when the VODs go live on a Tuesday. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you to my players, and thank you to the viewers. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.